So we're looking at, well, it's day 18, and we're looking at the Nasdaq. So this is the evening. Markets have just sort of reopened again. I actually thought that this was quite a nice trade setup. Looking at the 2-minute chart, we've got that bull flag going on. I thought that this was not only a good entry point as well, but I thought it was a good setup. And to be fair, I think it was. I think that it was. I moved my stops up just to the bottom of that wick, that candle wick, the bottom of that range. Yeah, I mean, you know, I thought I entered at the right time. You know, that breakout, that new close above the previous high. But yeah, I mean, it went and then it didn't, and then it came back and then it went and then it didn't, and I was just like, if I don't get out of this soon, this is probably just gonna lose its momentum and come back on me. I was actually trading, this is how tight it was as well, the Nasdaq. It just wasn't, there was no real range to it. I was actually trading well, what would be a full mini size, 1 mini. So I was trading a bigger contract size than I normally do, and still, you know, it was still really, you know, the profits were just really small on it. So I think that's just how tight the Nasdaq was there. I mean, you can bet your bottom dollar that it, you know, it would have stopped you out for fucking 600 quid or something daft. But yeah, so this was a positive trade. Yeah, as you can see, like, you know, it's just, it starts getting really tight, it starts getting really uncertain, doesn't really want to go. Getting some wicks there, you know, a bit of a doji candle on the previous one there. This is not really going. So I think if we were to take a trade setup like this, you know, American market open, yeah, you know, that would have gone quite comfortably, I think. You know, during the day, I think this trade setup would have been perfectly sound, and would have gone, you know, quite quickly. But as it were, you know, I think we sat through this one for probably about, Jesus, what the fuck? We sat through this one for Christ knows how long. So we ended up taking profit at $61, which I was hoping for more on this one, I'm not going to lie. But then a good start to the day, to be fair. You know, it gives us a bit of a platform to work off. So yeah, happy with that. All right, so trade number 2 of the day, started recording it a bit late, to be fair. We're just looking for that continuation of our uptrend. Yeah, good trade. 129 in profit. This next one, we're looking for an overall pop from the EMAs, looking for new highs following the overall uptrend on the smaller time frame. Gold, obviously, making higher highs and higher lows. So we're looking for another retest of the opening range high at the very least, and with luck, a push above it. That blue line at the top was an overall trend line on the higher time frame that I sort of drew out, so I was anticipating a third touch on that as well, which would also be a retest of the overnight highs, which was that green line there. It did go, it went up there perfectly, but as usual, we got out way too soon. Sat through a fair bit of drawdown, which is all part of the excitement, isn't it? Yeah, in the end, I didn't like how it was struggling. You know, it did go, but it was struggling, and just, I don't know. I have very little faith in continuation of moves. Right now, the trades that I'm getting out of in profit are just absolutely flying, like this one does. This one, not only does it retest that trend line, it pushes way through it. Absolutely goes off the chart. But then if I hold trades too long, if I stay in them too long, they just fall away. So, you know, fine line, fine margins. But so long as we As long as we're in profit, I don't really care. But that was a $48 profit, which is pretty low. And this last one was actually taken on the yes, just a quick scalp to the downside, just under $100 profit, which puts us up 394 on the day.